Hey guys, this is Jack again with Toy Dojo, and now we're taking a look at the leader class Soundwave from the Wave 2 line of Titan's Return. Now, Soundwave comes with what they're calling the Titan Master as Soundblaster, but we'll see why I say it's not really Soundblaster. So there's the box for him. There's the back of the box. It shows Soundwave in his robot mode. It shows what they call Soundblaster here. And then it shows him in his boombox / radio mode, and then it shows him into his bass mode there. And who just fell down right here? He fell down. I had him sitting there. I situate him there. Because why not? There he goes. Okay, let's get this out of the way. And he had fallen, but I want to put him back up there. So we're going to take this. Look at this, the instruction booklet. Put this box over on the side, actually. So take that. There's an instruction sheet. Here is his card, and shows a nice picture of Soundwave with his head popping off. Shows the tech specs here. I'm guessing the red is Soundwave by himself, and then the blue is Soundblaster added onto it to give him extra, I guess, extra onto his tech specs. So we can see right here, here he is with all his minions. I'm going to pull up here so we can get closer. And there's Soundwave with his minions that we have so far. So he's really neat looking. I think one thing right off the bat I think they could have done, and I'm just going to take this because he comes with this little generic cassette thingy or generic tablet. So as we know, they slide in just like this, and that closes up. Me personally, I think what they maybe could have done is made all these guys smaller, so this could have fit in the regular way like that. And that would have made them smaller, so they wouldn't look as big next to him. I mean, maybe it's the right size, but I think the Masterpiece ones here, I think that's probably more the right size to fit into that. And for him, I would think. But maybe these are the right size. I think the birds are just too big. But anyways, that's me. So let's go ahead. Enough about that. Let's move this off. Put these guys to the side here, and let's focus on Soundwave. So again, he comes with this here, which usually is made for the bass mode there, so you can get the Titan Master sit inside there. And let's go ahead and fix him up here. And so Soundwave comes with this blue gun, which the gun really is just a repaint of the blaster gun that came with Blaster. So it's not really a Soundwave kind of gun. Like I said, it's mainly the blaster gun just painted or actually molded in blue plastic instead. So you got that. And he comes with this piece here. So now this is going to be his arm cannon, and we also know that it was like one of his batteries. So that would be like the top of the battery, and that's the bottom of the battery. That would store away on the old G1 toy. So there he is. Now I'm going to bring in some other Soundwaves. I'm going to bring a Masterpiece Soundwave right here on the side. Just show you size comparisons. He is the same size as, stand up there. He's the same size as Masterpiece Soundwave. Right there. I want to look at the ceiling for some reason. So there he is with the Masterpiece Soundwave. Here he is with the old G1 Soundwave that has seen better days by far. He really doesn't even want to stand up all that well. So he may fall over. Ah, there he goes. Here he is with a music label Soundwave. They came out years ago, and that's cool. I like it. It still works too. I still can play music with it. And then here he is with the world's smallest Transformer Soundwave. Just to show you the Soundwaves we get. So he's closer to the G1 Soundwave than all the other Soundwaves you've seen come out in the past. So let's take this off the side here. Let's lay him down. Move him out of the way here. Get these two guys out of the way. And I'm going to bring in Megatron from the Combiner Wars line just to show you the size with him. Now right about there, I think Soundwave is just a little bit taller. I remember they made an upgrade kit that gave him kind of a little bit bigger shoes to make him a little bit taller. I don't have that for mine though, but there he is with Soundwave and Megatron right there. And just because we're going to bring in Galvatron, and obviously he is way bigger than Galvatron is, since he was a Voyager and these two were leader class. Alright. So, looking at him. Oh, and hello. Bringing him too. This is where he came from. So he's a repaint of Blaster, And looking at them, we can see the differences right off the bat. The heads are different altogether. That's a different head on there, different helmet, different face altogether. That one popped in. So it's different altogether with that. The chest piece is also different. On the chest piece, you can see this is molded in the yellow plastic with a clear window. This is molded in all clear plastic right here. Even the depth, this one here is a lot further out than this one here is. So this one's a lot thinner than this one. This one's thicker right there. Going on to that though, the arms are the same, the hands are the same. Now down here on the waist piece, this is different. These hip skirts are different for them. The centerpiece here is also different. And then down here on the legs, they're completely different. They're transformed the same way, but you can tell they're molded completely different. We look at the sides here. That's got part of the speaker here. This has got some of the parts of the speaker for this one. And on the back, it shows more of the speakers. And then right here, it shows the speakers for Soundwave. So different enough, but similar enough that you can tell that they're from the same mold, but also they look completely different. So let's take them off to the side. And we're going to take him and we're going to go ahead and look at the articulation. So the head moves around. Really doesn't look up because then the helmet just pops off like that. The arms do go all the way around 360. They come out to the side. They have a swivel right there. Nothing on the wrist. They do rotate in, but that's for transformation. Let's get that out. Come down to the legs. They move out in a soft ratchet. They move forward. They move backwards. He does have a knee bend like this. He does have this for the heel and for the toe. And then he's got some good articulation on the ankles that come all the way out. So you can get the ankles to come out and in. So he's got a lot of posability for him. And when I got my blaster, I never transformed him until I was messing with him. And then I transformed him to try and look at them similar, or the differences. And there's an issue that I found on mine that we'll kind of show you once we get him into his boombox mode. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to take him and put him in his boombox mode. So the first thing we're going to do is just pop off his head. And let's look at the head while we're at it. So here's his face. He's got his face mask. He's got his yellow visors right there. And this kind of looks like maybe like robot brains right there. Just open it up. And they call this Soundblaster. But again, Soundblaster was black and Soundwave was blue. So to me, this is just a miniature Soundwave because you can see the chest piece there, the arms. You can see the speakers down the legs there. So they call it Soundblaster, but again, it looks more like Soundwave. So put him off to the side there. And then we're going to take this, rotate this up like this. Open up this back piece right here. Take the head, store it away, close that up like that. Take the arms, rotate them up, fold the fist in, rotate it up, fold the fist in. Something's on there. No, it's not. Okay. Let's go down here and work on the legs. So on the legs, you're going to fold the feet in just like this. Fold the foot in just like that. You can open up the leg. And here on the back, you take this, slide this up like that. That opens up. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this on a hinge right here, right inside there. Take that, open that up like that, fold it down, and collapse that onto there. And then on the foot, you can do the same thing. You're going to take that, the hinge goes straight down to the bottom. You're going to take it and just flip it up like that. And that collapses in like that. And then you got that. Okay? So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to want to rotate this just like that. And then bring that up right there. And this is going to, this tab that's right here is going to tab into that slot that's right there. So take that, tab that in just like that. Take this, and you got to make sure you line that hole up with the tab slot right there. If not, you won't plug it in. So that's going to plug into right there. Just hold that up. And plug that in. And then these tabs here just go into there. So that's one side done. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So let's go ahead and just do that. Again, open it up. Pull this down into place like that. Flip this one up. Lock that in. Make sure that's squared away. Rotate this. Pull that up. Tab that in. You got that situated right? Yeah. There you go. Tab it in. Make sure this is lined up. Flip it up. Lock it into place. There you go. And there he goes in his, what's supposed to be a Walkman cassette for Soundwave, but it's more the boombox mode, because obviously they're taking this one here and making him, and he was a boombox. So still cool. He's a radio, an 80s radio, which is really neat. So these here, you can store them on there. If you want to keep him in this mode on your shelf, you can store these on there. You just take this around to the back. If you want to have them hidden, you can take that and just plug this into this pot right here, and that holds it right there. And the gun, you can take it and you can just put it right there, and that way it's just stored on there and you're not losing any of your little pieces. The only thing I didn't find a spot to really store is the Titan Master, but he could just kind of stand up here and jam out if he wants to. Let's see. There he goes. So he can't stand up there, he could jam out. And there you go into the boombox mode. So the issue that I had with this one here is, and we look at a lot of third-party stuff on this channel as well as official stuff, and I know us as collectors, we do gripe when third parties have QC issues. Hasbro has them as well. We've seen that. So one of the biggest ones that I have here is, if we look at this piece right here, that red piece that goes for the ankle, on this one here they put it in either backwards or they put the wrong one, because I cannot fold the foot inside to get this fixed up. So as it is, I can't even get this part into boombox mode because of that. And that's because the foot doesn't rotate inside, because it sticks out too far and it keeps hitting this piece right here. So I'm just going to do part of it so we can see the differences in the boombox modes there. So, you know, next time we start to complain about what third parties do with their stuff as far as QC issues, let's remember that even the big boys also have QC issues that they have to deal with as well. And so the good thing is about a lot of third-party companies is that they will remedy their QC issues. I don't know that Hasbro will. I doubt if I was to call up somewhere and say, hey, this is my issue on my blaster, can you send me a replacement part? I doubt that Hasbro is going to send me a replacement part. So I know, though, with third parties, you know, they usually will. All right, this is the good leg, so I can fix this one. And yes, I do realize that third-party companies charge a lot more than Hasbro does, but still, it's a QC issue nonetheless. And should we expect that out of a company that charges much as in third parties? Probably not, because we're paying a lot for them. But again, it's just something that happens, and something we have to expect. So, all right, let's go ahead and take this and rotate this so we can finish it up. Just so I can at least show you one side that's going to work. Okay, so, and like I said, I'm not going to be able to get this side here, so let's just take a look at this into boombox mode right there next to each other. So again, they look different enough, because you can see this is just a giant speaker right here for Blaster, and over here on Soundwave, you got more of that, like, what would be like a mesh speaker cover here, or maybe like a cloth speaker cover here. So again, while they're the same size, again, they do look different enough to where it's like, you can tell that he's Blaster and he's Soundwave. So that's cool in itself. Let me show you here with just the G1 Soundwave real quick. Just because, why not? Because I have him here. Just show you some size comparisons with him. And like I said, this guy has seen better days, big time. So there he is with G1 Soundwave. And again, obviously this is a little Walkman cassette player, and this is a boombox here. So notable size difference here. But still, this one is cool. I like this one here. So alright, let's go ahead and get him. And we're going to put him into bass mode, and then we will be done with him. So take these off, just take them off. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and pull these down like this. Pull this down like this. Take the arms, we're going to rotate them all the way up. Flip these up like this. Flip this up like this. And we're going to take these and go backwards with them. And take these and go backwards with them, like so. Flip that open. Flip that open. That makes some little guns. Right there. And then these come down or open up like that. That opens up like that. And then inside here you open up the cassette holder, And then right here, and this is sometimes can be a little bit of a pain, so you gotta get your thumbnail. There's a little plastic clear piece here that flips up, so you got your thumbnail under it if you can, and flip it up. And that way you have a place for your guy to stand up. So we're just gonna go ahead and we'll take Soundblaster here. We're gonna situate him inside there. There's a little peg that sits right there behind the Decepticon logo. That should allow him to stand on right there. Get this all flattened out. Again, my table's not super flat, so it may not situate just the way I want it. We'll get him on there. There we go. So that's that. Clip these out, and we know Blaster fits with the Titan's Return. With the Titan's Return Fort Max, and he attaches to his base mode. So I know our next Titan that we should be getting should be Trypticon. So I'll be curious to know, and I'm sure they will. I'm curious to know if this is going to attach to Trypticon the way the other one's attached to Fort Max. So there's a lot of little spots on here that you can situate your little guys. There's a lot of little plugs here that fit on these little feet that are right here. This piece here that we saw in the beginning sits right atop here, and it just kind of slits in right up there. So now you can have one of your guys sitting up there and manning it. You can have other ones come around, and they can, there's actual little spots here they're supposed to plug into, but I don't know I mean, they're supposed to be there, but they don't sit in there that well. So for me, I just like to get them, and they don't really sit in here straight because they're a little bit too long, but you can kind of situate them on top and act like if they are shooting the bad guys there, or in this case the good guys. And I've always been a Decepticon fan more than an Autobot fan, so I really dig the Decepticons. So again, you can just take little guys and situate them all in this little base, and it's just a fun toy. I mean, you got a lot of playability with this in itself. So I'm going to go ahead again, put a link in the description below where you can order this from. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, stay safe.